Good afternoon. This is Dr. Taylor. How are you doing today? Facing life challenges. How do you deal with them? We are waiting for Mr. Alvin to come on. He'll be aboard pretty soon. How do you deal with life challenges? And thank everyone for tuning in. Thank for all the subscribers and listeners. Any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment, and we will get back with you with any answers or questions that you may have. Thank you, and may God bless you on today. Life challenges, we face them every day, and our main is to be are we handling our life challenges in a proper way? You have to be able to handle the challenges that's been brought to you in a proper way. Mr. Alvin just came on. Hello, Mr. Alvin. How are you doing this evening, this afternoon?
I am doing well, Dr. Taylor. Hope you're doing well. How's everything with you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you. Well, we are talking about facing life challenges and how to deal with them. I just gave a brief introduction. So I have a few questions for you, Mr. Alvin. Facing life challenges is going to be really hard for us as human beings, but to deal with them face on is something different. Some of us don't have the ability to say, okay, you know what, I can deal with it and strive and keep going. What is some of our major topics when you say dealing with life issues that's in the United States and the world today that we're dealing with?
One of the things that I believe is the fact that we as a people sometimes struggle with identity. We don't know who we are, we don't know our purpose, and we don't know what direction we need to go in. So I think for the most part, Dr. Taylor, most people, when they face life challenges, they don't know who they are. They don't know what they're supposed to do. So these are some of the things that really, I believe personally, that for most of us as people, we struggle with.
Okay. When you say self identity, what positive feedback can you give someone that's dealing with that self identity? Because self identity is a very strong word, and a lot of people don't even know the definition of self identity. Let you know how to really deal with it or how to handle it.
Well, I believe that, thank you for that. I believe that, like I said, again, we have to, an individual have to get to a place in their life where they look at what it is, first of all, that they love to do. Because I've learned this throughout life, and of course, statistics will show and things like that, that most people who work, like the average person that works, right, they are in a position, right, where when I say position, I'm talking about like their work status. They're in a position where they are actually working outside of their purpose. So at least 85% of the populated statistics that I understand of people that's in society, 85% of the people are working outside of who they are called to be. Like if God, if God says you are to be a carpenter, or if God says you are to be an astronaut, but you're working at McDonald's, then that person will continue to work fast food the rest of their life because they think that that's what it's supposed to be based off of they gotta have money. But if they don't understand who they are, then they will never understand how to tap into their real identity. And the problem today is most people don't understand how to do that. So I think that for us, we have to learn how to first of all step back from from life and society and the challenges that we face and discover who we are.
Hmm. And I think, that goes back to saying turn toward reality. So often we turn away from life rather than go towards it. And when we don't go towards it, that's because we're stuck in a place that where I can't, maybe I think. Well, when you don't have the self confidence that you can, then you have a pretty much to run away from it than towards it. But we have to master, we have to be the master of avoidance because we are good at avoiding ourselves.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And that's one of the issues. I have a thousand excuses why, but I'm avoiding it because I think I'm not good enough. I think I'm not pretty enough. I think I'm
Mm-hmm.
not worthy enough. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think people may talk about me, or I come up with a lot. We come up with a lot of excuses. Well, why? To avoid the issue. And I think that I know that life challenges throws a big curveball in a lot of our lives, but we have
Um,
to know that to embrace your life is rather than speak your life as it already you wish it to be. And I know that there can be some challenging changes into your life because if you speak it, you're gonna
um,
get it. So and a lot of people need to understand that. And then another issue that I know that I see out a lot is blaming. Um, blaming. What
it's good.
feed can you
It's
get them
good.
off of blaming?
Blaming, it's a self evaluation thing because a lot of us at times are quick to blame others before we blame ourselves. So I believe that blaming it's a two-part thing. We can quick to blame, we can easily blame other people
Mhm.
and other coaches and other things about why stuff ain't the way it is.
Mhm.
But first of all, it's just like with self training. Self training starts at home. We have to first ourselves speak internally
Mhm.
to say, hey, you know what? They may not be the problem. It might be just me.
Right.
I might be tripping. I might be hard headed. I might be, somebody who is just stubborn about children. So it starts with self first.
Mhm.
Self examination. We have to look at ourselves first to make sure that we're not the root cause of the problem. Because sometimes we are our own worst enemy.
Right.
Because we don't want to. And the problem is when it comes up is one of the biggest things I've learned is accountability.
Right.
How much are we accountable to the things that we say are doing,
Mhm.
or who is holding us accountable to what we're supposed to do?
Right. Right. That's so true. We have to learn patience is a gratitude, and patience means a lot. A lot of people is walking and don't even know how to handle patience. They easy
Mm-hmm.
to pop off. They easy to say things that later on they will regret. And that's facing a life challenge because once you say something and you don't really think about it, it tends
Mm-hmm.
to run.
That's
So
good. That's good.
I think that a lot has to do with patience and gratitude. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy to count our troubles rather than our blessings.
Okay, I got you.
hmm So
I got you.
that's one of I know that blaming for myself um back I had that problem. I would blame everybody else for my issues. Never knew what patience and gratitude really was.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a growth in life where you get to that says, okay, the patience and gratitude, the humbleness come into your life to be able to face those life challenges, deal with them face on, and know and be determined to get where you're
Mm-hmm.
going and your goals. Because it's easy to cop out and freeze up,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes a
That's
strong
it.
person to stand up.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And you're right about that, doctor, because again, these are similar challenges that we face. I mean, there's so many different challenges that we face, and I know we're not going to cover it all tonight. But I just believe that just putting it out there for face value, just giving the people what it is that they know. Because a lot of people, like I said, they see it, they just don't take the initiative to do it. Because most people, guess what? In reality, they know what the problem is. They know what the problem is. It's just that
Mhm.
they become lackadaisical and to the point where it's like they don't act or do what they feel that they need to do at the time.
Mhm.
Now, some people will ponder on it. Some people, I got to get my stuff together because you know what? This
Mhm.
ain't me. This ain't me. I'm tired of being tired. I'm sick and tired of being tired. And we all heard that saying before, Doc. I'm tired of being tired. If you're tired of being tired, then do something about it. Like, at some point in time, you have to do something about it because
Mhm.
You're going to keep going over the same stuff, doing the same thing day after day, month after month, week after week, year after year. And before you know it, if God allows you to live, those many years, here we go, 10, 15 years later, stuck in the same position. So I think that when it comes to like struggles and identity, that we must be careful and understand the purpose of our life, because again, purpose, this is what I said before I've learned, purpose is not something you find.
Mm-hmm.
Purpose is something you discover.
Right. And that's so true. That is just so amazing. And, to piggyback off of that, people, we have to accept success, not run
Mm-hmm.
from it.
That's
Accept
it.
it face on. Because when God gives you a position of success, and
Mm-hmm.
you have a dream of success, a lot of people run from it because they fear they won't make it.
That's it. That's
And
it.
that's a challenge that some of us face. Well, I can accept success and failure as a part of your life journey, because the richest man failed 3 or 4 times before he came successful.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing comes easy. And when you say, I tried it once and I gave up, now I'm going through this, I'm facing a life challenge because I felt I wasn't good enough to make it. So because I wasn't good
Mm-hmm.
enough the first time, I'm not gonna try it again. I'm
Okay.
just gonna give up, I'm just gonna walk away. What do you say to that when it's so many of us out here doing it now?
That's good. That's real good. And that's a real life question, because that's a real life issue, a real life question. The other thing I can say a lot, but you know what? Like I said, we don't have time to discover all that. But one of the things I can say is understanding the importance of the values of the worth that you have at yourself.
Mhm.
How important, in other words, how important are you to this process?
Mhm.
What's important to you? What do you value the most?
Right.
What do you, not so much of what you life, but how much do you, watch this, Dr. Taylor, how much do you value yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you say you value yourself? Because if we don't continue to walk in the understanding of value,
Mhm.
then we're going to end up discounting who we are as our self worth. I
Right.
shared this with a friend of mine before, and
Mhm.
I share this often. If a person walks into if a person walks into I don't know, Prada, Gucci,
Mhm.
Louis Vuitton, if they walk into those stores, guess what they're not going to find, Dr. Taylor? They're not going to find
Mhm.
that product on clearance or on sale.
Okay. Right.
They're not. They're never, because certain products with Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, it's
Mhm.
never, and I mean never going to go on sale, never going to go on clearance. You know why? Because the company believes that the value of that product is worth is
Mhm.
money, and if somebody wants it, they gonna pay for it. And believe me, there are many people out here in today's society are paying way too much for some basic stuff, like a
Mhm.
pocketbook, $19,000. Are you crazy? Are you seriously? Well,
Right.
do you know why they pay for it? Because of the name.
Mhm.
Shoes,
Right.
$2,000. Tax, right? Because it's not so much people that got the money; it's that they're paying for the quality of the value that
Mhm.
product sells. So Gucci, Michael Kors, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, and everybody else is never going to discount those certain things, because they know that if they do that, it's going to lose its value. People have to understand, no matter what goes on in today's society, never lose the value of your self worth. And I see that in people, especially in women. And that's another topic we're going to talk about another day in time. Because it bothers me to see a person discount themselves for who they are.
Mhm. Right. And that is so true. People have to look into yourself for the solution, because you are the solution. Just look a little bit deeper for the solution, and you'll find it. And self confidence means
Right.
self confidence is a strong word. A lot of people run from that self confidence, but knowing that, knowing yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta know yourself. Because if you don't know
That's
yourself,
right.
nobody else know yourself.
That's right. You gotta know yourself. It's like the saying goes, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us been there? How many of us are looking for things in the wrong places, with the wrong people, following the wrong things, and we waste precious time. That's why it's so important to value to understand the value of who you are as a man, as a woman, as a husband, as a wife, as a father, as a mother. It means that much. And I think that in today's society, Dr. Taylor, most people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but most people miss that. And the sad thing about it is they end up getting older, right?
Right.
And end up dying with purpose left in them. With so much value, they end up dying with that in them. And guess what? Never to be fulfilled, never to be to a place in life where that purpose in them, graduates to where they need to be. And that's so sad because there are a lot of great men and women in today's society who miss out.
Yes, it is. A lot of people miss out on a lot, and that's one is because they have to practice disattachment. When you disattach, you have to disattach those habits. You have to disattach the lusting. You have to disattach all the wrong things, and with self, you really have to practice disattachment. Disattachment is really hard to do when you a creature of habit of doing something over and over, and I don't know how to disattach. It takes a hell of a tragedy storm for you to disattachment, but then you find yourself in the bottom looking like, wow, okay, if I would have been done that, I would have been there by now.
That's good. Yes, that is so good. That is so true. You are so on it. Keep talking. My God, that is so on it. Yeah.
And accepting changes in your life. And one big thing that we have a problem with, accepting changes in our life, because if you cannot accept a change, how can you understand what you want? How can you keep on speaking about what you want to do?
That's it.
Nothing comes to a sleeping but a dream. That's it.
Come on now.
You can dream all day long, and you can sleep. But if you do too much sleeping, what's gonna happen? So to accept changes in your life for the better, and get out that pitfall of that bottom, and say, okay, I know I can do it. I'm gonna hold my head. I'm gonna go through these punches. I'm gonna stand through these punches, and I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna do it. I got it. I'm gonna fall a couple times, so I'm gonna do it.
That's it.
You have to deal with changes in life all the time because nothing is easy. And I hear a lot of people, well, I tried this and first, if you have to hop around yourself, do a self-inventory. Find out when, where, why, and how.
Come on now.
And you will be able to go forward without. There's going to be stones and trials and tribulations. There's going to be those. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm sorry, it's not. But when they come, you have the patience and the gratitude to smile about it and keep on going.
That's it. Come on now.
You don't compare your lifestyle with others.
Come on now.
Don't get mad because Sally Mae got a brand new car. It wasn't your time for that home. It wasn't your time for that car. So, don't, go around thinking that you can compare what Sally and Tom has. Compare your life to your life.
Come on now. You better say that.
And that's one of the troubles that we have. What feedback can you give our people about comparing?
Well, again, it could be it's a whole list. And when it comes to comparing, again, we can go on and on. As you said, we can go on and on. Okay. But when it comes to comparison, We do that. I mean, we all guilty of that. Like, I mean, like, you want to me, to the richest person, to the poorest person, to the blackest person, to the whitest person, to the greenest person, we are all guilty of that. So it's like, let's be real. Like, come on, like we've never, like a person could never say, I've never compared myself. Yes, you have. To some level of capacity, you can compare yourself to something or someone. But the thing about that is, we gotta be careful. There's something wrong with it. It's something wrong. It's like, okay, I'm into retail. You know, I mean, again, I'm going back to my retail mindset. It's like price matching.
Come on, right now.
We want the best deal possible, but we want it at the price that we want. So I'm saying is, can you price match this? Like, we want to price match our stuff. Like, oh my God. Like, okay, so we price match our stuff. Right? So at the end of the day, when we come to comparing, right, it's like we're comparing apples to oranges. We're comparing what, like you said, Salome, we're comparing what they got. Because you want to see. Because some people do that just to see, you know, just to put themselves in a better mental position. Like, yeah, I got that because I'm better than her. I got this because I'm better than him. But the problem with comparison is this right here. The problem is this right here. When you compare, like, when you compare your stuff to, like, everybody else all the time, you're always going to feel like you're in competition. And you feel like you got to always win and beat somebody else. And you're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to be satisfied. I can remember back in the days when I used to sell drugs. Okay? Yeah, I'm telling myself. I used to be a drug dealer. I don't know what everybody else did. But I remember sitting down with one crackhead, right? He was like, I know people think I'm crazy and say this. He was like a very intellectual crackhead. I know they say, well, how can somebody be intellectual crackhead when they're just a crackhead? So you never my thing is this, never put anything past what a person tells you because you can learn from people, right? He was smart. He was just on drugs. Right. But this is what he said. He told me, man, he said, it ain't so much as you having the good stuff. He says, I'm looking for that particular high that I got when I first got it.
Right.
And he's been chasing it for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? He's never found it. You know why? Because you're never going to get that thing back.
Right.
And so he got himself together and realized that he was chasing something that was already there, could not be caught. Right. He had to get to a place and position like to say, you know what, this ain't for me no more. And what happens is when it comes to comparisons, people are comparing some stuff that they don't need to compare to, and they're chasing after things that they will never find, because it's like you never find satisfaction in that.
Right.
But then again, there are people who just chase temporary stuff. They chase dreams. They chase the wrong kind of stuff. Right. And because they chase the wrong kind of stuff, they end up wasting a lot of time on that. And I'm gonna put my pen down for that one, because like I said, I can go on, but you know what? We got a time limit, so guess what? Let's do the next one.
Okay, now. Well, our time is up now. But I would love for you to close for us, Mr. Alvin. Thank you for, I love your spirit. I love your conversation when it comes to these topics. We can be here all day because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to cover, but we only have a limit of time. So I would love for any of those comments that you have, please leave them. We come on every Thursday. Leave them. We will get back to you on any comments, any questions that you have. We would love to answer them for you.
Definitely. Well, I thank you so much again for our time. I know our time is brief, not because we are cutting it short from life, but we are trying to deal with some things, and because this is the beginning of a new chapter. I want to say this. I want to just encourage anyone who is watching this or will watch this video to not give up on life, not give up on their dreams, not give up on what they believe, not give up on where they are. I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. Never stop believing what you know is possible and is true. Because anytime we give up on life, I tell us, we lose.
Right.
We lose.
Right.
Don't compare yourself. Stop comparing yourself to what you could have or what should have been. We get that part. But if we sit there and if we continue to just like marinate on what was, we'll never be who we should, who we are intended to be.
Right.
So I just want to encourage the viewers. I want to encourage myself as well, that we continue to walk in the light. You know, our life is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. But let's continue to walk. Let's continue to encourage. Dr. Taylor, I love you. God bless you. You are you to this not just this broadcast, but you are Jews to society and life. I love your smile. I love your wittiness. And you have so much to offer to the women as well, as needed to the men. But together we can walk this thing out gracefully, encouraging people.
Yes.
Because we never know where a person may need encouragement. Mm-hmm. So we want to encourage those who are watching this. Look, tag this, share this, hashtag this. Do what you need to do to make it happen. Because guess what? Real life starts at home, and real life is what it is. And like I said, we talked about facing life challenges, how to deal with them. This is just briefly of what it was. But guess what? We are going to continue. Let's talk about it. Because guess what? We're about what? Real talk, real life shit, real people, the real people. Come on, Doc. Real people.
Real people.